Yes, it's 7:30. Good evening, everyone. At this 76 Sunday Sahitik Satsang, I welcome you all. And I would request Professor G.A. Ghansham sir, founder and General Secretary of iSPELL, to start the event. Please, sir.
Thank you very much, Pramod.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and everyone, those who are there on this platform of iSPELL, Indian Society for the Promotion of English Language and Literature. My dear international friends, my Globian friends, indeed it's a great opportunity for all of us that all of you have joined on the 76th Sunday Sahitik Satsang. As far as satsang is concerned, it has been taken from Hindi, the national language of India. Satsang in English is known as a kind of a spiritual discourse. And I always believe literature is a spiritual discourse. It needs spirituality from within, whatever religion you practice, but your heart has a spiritual instinct in it. And every Sunday we organize Sunday Sahitik Satsang. We formed this society, which is known by the acronym iSPELL. I is small and spell is in capitals. We kept I small because if I will be capital, then the ego will emerge. So just to make the ego very short, we have made spell in capitals and I in small. We formed this society on 5th of September 2020, which happens to be the Teachers' Day in India. We celebrate it as Teachers' Day on 5th of September every year. Since then, without having a break, even during the pandemic, we have gone pan-academic with the help of our Sunday Sahitik Satsang, which is the flagship program of iSPELL. And today, with all of you, we are witnessing the 76th Sunday Sahitik spiritual discourse with all of you. Friend, indeed, it's a very happy journey. Last Sunday, we have celebrated the Platinum Jubilee celebration. And today, this is the occasion wherein we are enjoying the Platinum Jubilee today with the help of your poems. And long back, a person today on the platform of iSPELL, you can see East is meeting the West and West is meeting the East. Who said East and West will never meet? iSPELL has made it possible that East and West, though they are different entities, but they are meeting together. To culminate this, to make this more and more interesting, to make this morning, afternoon, and evening the most glorious one, we have with us Dr. Shalini Yadav, who happens to be is a great poet. At the same time, she has written many papers in the international and national journals, and she is a versatile person. I hand over this platform to Dr. Shalini to continue further. Dr. Shalini, the stage is yours. Shalini, you're muted. You're muted.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everybody. An extremely blessed, soulful morning, afternoon, and evening, according to distinctive geographical zones you all are residing in. And we all have gathered today for this poetic repast on this last Sunday of the month of February. The month of February, if we say according to Annette Weiner's poem, it is not just, the poem's name is I'm Not Just February. So this is not just a month of February. I quote the lines here, I'm not just February with winds that blow all day and piled up snow, unquote. She further says in her poem, though I'm short of days and small, I'm quite a big month after all, unquote. February, though small, but a majestic month, a festive month of love where all and sundry all over the universe try to make efforts to spread love, the Mahabhava, instead of hatred and bigotry, embrace each other so that the world be a better place tomorrow than that of today. While across the globe, missiles, tests, and nuclear threats from many countries terrify the humanity and nature, this poetic congregate at iSPELL India sparks the sensitivity and sensibility beyond boundaries, where gracious present participation of well-regarded poets from 11 countries is a self-illustrative visualization of peaceful coexistence at global level. As the month is symbolic in a broader sense about showering affection, ensuring universal peace, exhibiting concern for fellow beings, and even embracing adversaries with enlivened sensibility, they are at popular and anticipated time of the year. We at iSPELL are starting the next quarter with a promising poetic meet to complete its century. As Sir has already said that we are organizing Sunday Sahitik Satsang on every Sunday. So today on this favorable eve at 76 Sunday Sahitik Satsang of iSPELL India, I take this opportunity and get abundant joy in welcoming you all as the moderator of every event, this particular February event, and congratulate iSPELL and all the proud iSPELlians for successful completion of 75 Sundays, including all inclusive intellectual bounties in credit of it. Indian Society for the Promotion of English Language and Literature, intriguing iSPELL India, as Sir has already talked about, with its sole objective of reaching literarians and creative souls in all corners of the world, to provide them a platform seems a touched and the conquered mark now. Undoubtedly, iSPELL has proved itself as an excellent literary platform and an embodiment for academic growth of one and all, reaching till applaudable heights in such a short span of time. Moreover, our signature style SSS with forum's monthly activities is symbolically an intellectual treat for all academicians and researchers. Additionally, if I have to say, I would say that to complete our iSPELL's centennial SSS successfully, what I feel that this is all because of incessant commitment, adroit lead, and valued guidance of Professor Ghanshyam and President Professor Anupma Vora and the whole National Executive Committee, which will always instill great enthusiasm in all of us and will keep iSPELL family more empowered in future with more better activities. In the month of November, we already had one on the 63rd Sunday Sahitik Satsang. We already had with us 10 poets from 7 countries who shared their expressive poetries beyond boundaries of all kinds for the rise in the values of universal brotherhood and emotional oneness of mankind. And that was well witnessed and cherished on the platform of iSPELL India by all. Today in the series, I welcome our esteemed guest poets, Dr. Devika Brandon ma'am from Australia, Taufik Johor sir from Bangladesh, Gelda Castro ma'am from Brazil, David Leo Silva sir from Canada, Gloria Sofia from Cape Verde, Shahid Abbas from Pakistan, Maria do Rosario Loures ma'am from Portugal, Ruben Christians from South Africa, Gulseli ma'am from Turkey, Rebecca Lowe ma'am from UK, Thomas sir, and Jonathan Jones ma'am from USA. I feel privileged to welcome you all, esteemed poets at iSPELL India. Welcome you all, please. Without much delay, now I would like to introduce our first poet to relish the poetry of all international guests. It is really a big matter of honor for me, as you all accepted my invitation at such a short notice and all agreed and all humbly came over here with us. I really take a privilege of introducing Dr. Devika Brandon ma'am now. Dr. Devika ma'am is a true academician, editor, reviewer, and columnist. Dr. Devika ma'am's poetry and short stories have been published in Australia, India, Italy, Africa, and Sri Lanka. She was awarded the Henry Lawson Prize for Poetry and the Adrian Concert Stephen Prize for Prose at the University of Sydney. She is currently consultant at the University of Sydney. She is a content editor for the Ciala Network, content editor for the New Ceylon Writing Literary Journal, which was established in 1970. And she's also columnist for Ceylon Today. Welcome you, Dr. Devika ma'am. Over to you. Please read your poems. Are you there, ma'am?
Sorry, I was muted. Thank you very much for welcoming me. My first poem is called Fast Falls the Eventide. And I wrote it during the first year of lockdown. And I didn't realize how prophetic it would be at that time, in the way that often happens with poets. So here we go. Fast falls the eventide. My cousin is in the Amazon basin, seeing the water change color, telling us all with certainty that the earth's lungs are taking a big exhale. May the rivers run clean, I pray, and the armored trucks refrain. Be with those you love and long to hold, but do not approach them yet. Feel the restraint and honor it, even though it's late in the day. Let's develop mindfulness. We are being told to slow down, but my heart is quickening. I feel what was somnolent, flaring like a pulse. The second poem is one that I wrote last year. My family moved to the mountains to escape from the coronavirus plague, and we were able to, so far, thank God, not be affected by the virus directly. However, my father died last year in June, not from coronavirus. So we were able to be with him, which was a blessing. And we were in lockdown for 18 months before he died, which was also a blessing, as it turned out. So I wrote a poem for him, and this poem, I'm sorry to say, it's going to be hard for me to get through without crying, but I'll do my best. It's called Father's Day 2021, because that was the day before he passed away. And I wrote this because it described the thoughts I was thinking as I waited by his bedside. I'm waiting for the time to come, beyond the grief and the fever dream, the calm after this storm, the love which follows the loss, the embrace that will keep me warm in one of the coldest afternoons I have ever known. I told him he did not have to wait for us. He could depart when he wished. When the time came, he could rise, leaving his body behind to a sphere where he was capable of response. It was the most courageous thing I have ever done, to tell him to let go when I still needed him so. Like climbing the rock face, hand over hand, towards an unreachable summit, and the iron chain in the rock face, always just stopping short. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Devika ma'am. This is really very heart-rendering expression, poetic expression, and I could remind myself when my grandmother died, and how I had written a poem about her, and I was there in Saudi Arabia that time. I couldn't even meet her. This is the life, how we have to be strong enough for the same, for these kind of situations. And you have well expressed your emotions with such a life philosophy, that how to deal with difficult situations and how to express your grief and sorrow through the poetry. This is the best, you can say, art which we have, that how we can express ourselves in a better way without even harming others' emotions and expressing our emotions. And moreover, while I was reading your bio note, and I was just looking at your Insta and other things, so I found that you are a very good teacher also, and a mentor also, and favorite of your students, and you equip them with literary techniques, and you make them able to generate individualized thoughts to pen down their own ideas. So this is really great which you are doing for your students and for the humanity together. So clappings for Devika ma'am. You have done a wonderful job, wonderful recitation. Now next poet I would like to call upon the stage. Now I
you.
would like to invite our next guest poet, Tawfiq Johor sir from Bangladesh, who has achieved a lot in such a young age, what I would like to say. Tawfiq Johor sir is a renowned poet and essayist from Bangladesh. He's graduated in Bengali literature, and he is a journalist by profession. Tawfiq sir has written 6 poetry books. Maybe I'm not counting it right, maybe more than 6, because these books are all mentioned in Bangla language, and the titles I'm not able to read. Tawfiq sir here, please pardon me for this. These are difficult for me to read all the books names here. Sir has been working as an editor of Udan, a magazine on art, literature, and philosophy since 1998. He got prestigious award for his contribution in Bengali poetry, including Danik Bengali Katha Writers Award in 2019, and he got a Poet Das Memory Award in 2020. His poems and articles have been published in many journals, web pages, daily newspapers, literature magazines, little magazines in Bangladesh and abroad. He keeps participating in many international poetry festivals in Bangladesh and other countries of globe. From on platform Udan, the little magazine, he started International Poetry Carnival also. And I myself have also participated in that, and already it has given a platform to worldwide poets. That is wonderfully he's carrying forward. Tawfiq Zuhur so believes that the sky of poetry is one, and poets have many languages, but poetry's tone is always same. So yeah, I agree with you, sir. And this is what we can say, that poetic soul is always try to achieve its goal, in either it's in pensive mood or in the bliss of solitude, by chasing words or pacifying verses, by mystifying ideas or mesmerizing memories. Where the soul belongs, and it creates songs. So now we would like to listen your lyrics. Over to you, Tawfiq sir, please continue.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Professor Dr. Shalini Jadhav, to invite me for this beautiful platform, Indian Society for the platform, Indian Society for the promotion of English language and literature, that is iSPELL. Thank you very much again for this beautiful platform, and I am very much glad and feel honored that they are gathered many of important poets from the world. So today, I have another program, so I will leave very soon, but I will stay more than 30 minutes now. So that, first of all, when I heard the poem of Devi Ji, my heart already crying after her second poem, when I heard, really it was touches my heart. And you read my biography, you told already, I believe the poetry united world, and poetry has no border. The sky of poetry is one. Though the all poets living around the world, but the tone of poetry is same. Though their language is different. No problem. Thank you very much. Now I am starting my first poem. The title of my poem is a romantic poem. You and a cup of coffee. A cup of coffee in a thirsty soul, and your presence. I decorate the afternoon with elegant color, removing the darkness of falsehood. I lit the lamp of love. Every time I reach you, my sense receive the fragrance of your loving face. And I forgot the coffee gonna cold. Again and again in the same picture, I float the promise of present and future. Sweetheart, oh sweetheart, I want to sit next to you forever, a sip of warm cup of coffee with the fascination of life. Thank you. This was my first poem. And now I'm going to read my second poem. This poem has to written when the pandemic all over the run in the first period, that is 2019, and dedicated to my poet friend, Islam Rafiq. The title of the poem, Favorite City in Turn, dedicated to dear friend and poet, Islam Rafiq. It's time to stay home. If you want to see the temple of Tantojir, look in the pages of book. Take Mastan off the bookshelf for now. Recite Pranganga by Rabindranath sitting at home. You are very fond of looking at the sky. Go to Baranda, dear friend. You like to touch of grass and dew in the morning. If you don't walk on the sly of the paddy field, your sun does not rises in the stern sky. If you don't walk along the railway line, you are to shout and say on the phone that the train is not coming. I know, beside the end, green chili and cooked rice. You are the Piazu addicted captain of Naruli. If the milk tea of Satmatha does not enter your stomach, you just walk over the day and night for tea. You fly in hot sunny afternoon and gentle evening at noise of Satmatha. You are the traveler of the city. You run to the village to see the mustard flower garden, but in the evening you must hear tea at timber market of Satmatha. Dear friend, anxiety floating in the air today, music of death ringing in the suffocations of the wind. Stay at home with the fragrance of flowers. Spread the light of the full moon in the presence of your beloved woman. Message yourself to the dust of Venice again and another hot spring day. Oh, my city, melancholy, forgive me. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tawfiq sir. Your poems are really very good, and I feel that all your untold dreams, which you have expressed about to be fulfilled in future by great writing and by organizing fruitful events, which you keep on organizing on every Sundays. Thanks a lot for such a treat of your poetry. Now, next, I would like to invite. David sir. Gelda ma'am is trying to connect, so I'm inviting David sir now. David sir is a versatile personality. David Leo Silva is a famous Canadian-American poet who has published his poetry more than 117 times in 14 countries. His work has been translated in many languages, including Hindi, Bengali, French, German, Czech, Spanish, Greek, Romanian, Chinese, and Doric languages. He hosts spoken word online, the Zoom continuation of Spoken Word Paris, and his poetry has appeared in many journals also, including the Bombay Review, the Poetry Village, One Hand Clapping, Indian Periodical, the Sunday Tribune Online, and many more. Silva is often interviewed and featured globally on shows, podcasts, events like the Panorama International Literature Festival and Thousand Poets for Change. He is currently submitting 5 finished manuscripts for publication. Wow, it's really great, sir. Moreover, David sir has a spiritual name called Madhava, which in our Indian culture is called Lord Krishna. And we say the sum and substance of material life is attraction for women, and the sum and substance of spiritual life is attraction for Radha Krishna. So now today I would like to invite Madhava on the stage. So Please, sir, carry on with your substantial poems.
Thank you so much, Shalini. I'm very honored to be
Welcome,
here.
sir.
I'll start with a poem called The Body of Light. Dearest, I'll seek the secret to liberation as soon as this bed lets go of me. In a dream, I waited in line for communion at Christmas time. When I reached the beaming priest, he held no white wafer and never said the body of Christ. Instead, he gestured broadly around us and said, firmly and warmly in a whisper, the body of light. This is the body of light. The longest journey begins at the base of the spine and ends at the crown of the head, seventh heaven, God intoxication. Our words lose their bodies in this ocean of breath. Sun and moon share one soul between them, and you and I are cut from the same cloth. The coffee you often let sit in your cup, which you probably left for the angels, I privately pour into my form to mesh with your silky spirit. Dear one, you alone know I am hungry for nothingness. How my inner voice chants, let go of everything, let go of everything. Heavy worries, work, mass. You sent me a twilight reminder writing, let go everything. I love how you left out the of. Let go everything. Nothing holds us at all, neither breath, nor false concepts, nor webs of eloquent words. Thank you so much. I'm going to share my screen if I can do so without being too awkward. All right, that's my cat named Butter. And here we go from the Bombay Review. Still, a meditation on meditation. The dead can do it. From them, I learned to be still and quiet. Still, my thoughts are loud. Still, I murmur in images. Still, there are minuscule movements I can't control when I sit still. Gentle tremble of hands, eyes, lips, and the mind's blizzard of pointed letters. In a not quite forgotten full lotus pose ritual, I begin to fill my body with an expanding soul, steeped in the spirit of the whole universe's blue lotus. One turning. Night unfolds the contours of her charcoal velvet blanket, and I sense my red magnetic spirit drawn toward you more than beforehand. Another movement I cannot control. My emptied hands reach for the circle of light you wear around your dancer's figure across the border river. Echoes of your evening teaching, lightning on my inner night's horizon. Electric charges surge through your form, flicker in your liberated laughter, and gentle maple sugar tones to flash truths before my heart's eye. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word is with you still. I'll end on this poem from Indian periodical. It was in there in Bengali and English. Illusion is the hardest thing. I see and hear Avenue de Versailles release its voice for words that long had held it down. Aimless flurries of passers-by. Sunset stretches overhead and builds a city of stone on green that seems to fill the absent sky with fiery lights in brilliant grids. We swim in rhythm with the sea of breath, these breezes whose chord progression never resolves. Time's fingers grip the spinning globe and draw the soul slowly over magnetic meridians at dusk, strum the world's imaginary strings. Within, we chant a hidden word in meditation, often heard. The river rolls backward in my eyes, mirrored spheres, flows over inner rocks and returns a wounded arrow. Our sharp half moon has split the dust and cut the cords to cold denial of beauty's paint on canvas minds. Twilight's windows begin to speak in sapphire song and one long sigh. Seagulls wheel over long waters, crying out their timeless tale. Midway in the journey of our life, we found the ocean lost to us. We burned for a bond with water and wandered with every feather to seek and find. Below Pomerabo's faint green rails, in cobalt light, white birds unwind. They work to learn letters and words from overvalued thoughts jarred. With unspoken sparks, we make our world. A troubled singer begs the mirror to glitter in falling shards, just to break the hardest layer. My other mother murmurs, Maya is the hardest thing. Please push the mirror and discover it's a window to within. At the deep heart's core, leave your door wide open. Let kind fire spread. Thank you so much.
It's really marvelous, David. Your poems always made me plunge and swing on the feather couch between materialism and spirituality. I feel that everybody might be feeling the same here today. That it makes us diasporic within, hanging between surrealism and harsh reality of life. I really thoroughly enjoyed, even though I had already read them your side. It was really a feast for me.
Thank you.
And I feel the same that everybody might have. Thank you, sir. I would like to invite her. Just give me 2 seconds. Now I would like to invite our next poetess, my dear Gelda Castro ma'am. Gelda Castro ma'am, are you able to hear me? Ma'am, please just check your audio once. Gelda ma'am?
I can hear you. Okay,
yeah.
that's all right. Can you hear me well?
Yes, I can see you, you and hear
right.
you. Gelda Castro ma'am lives and works in Brazil as an English language teacher. However, her passion is the international literature. She is author of more than 1,000 solo poems and a handful of ones written in collaboration with notable poets across the globe. She has been working on 7 anthologies with talented poets and poetesses. She has finished up a short romance also that will be launched soon, and we are going to read that. Recently, she has been participating in many poetry festivals in India, Serbia, Greece, and USA. She has participated in the interview radio program Poets of the East in USA when she was interviewed by the producer, writer, and poet Richard Spisek. She has an interview show called Evening with Gelda program on every Sunday by PWI Global Vision YouTube channel at 6 p.m. India time. We would like to see that too. She currently maintains 2 poetry blogs as well as poetry pages in several social medias, which can be subscribed for reading by her pen name Gel Poetry Garden. She says, poetry found me in spring morning. Since then, we never parted. Wow, this is the poetic spirit actually, what I feel. As poetry reading and writing is always energizing, healing, soothing, happiness, and peace giving, then why to depart from it? It is to cherish and here. We are going to relish the poetry of Jelda ma'am today. Over to you, ma'am. Please go ahead with your poetry.
Thank you so very much. First of all, my immense gratitude for your invitation. I'm feeling very proud to be among such expoents, poets around the world. Okay, my big hug to all you. Dear Shaline, I guess all we cannot stay indifferent from the recently happenings in the world. So I wrote some lines about it. Could I start?
Yes, sure, ma'am.
Okay. It is entitled Gratuitous Evil. A bloodthirsty in his total insanity, and gratuitous evil destroys brothers, innocent children, civilians, and many families are away. His mask fell down these days along the massacre of the forced missiles that attacked Ukrainian people. What else to say about this cold act from a psychopath whose death of hundreds innocent brothers entered into history these days? It remains for us to wait for the powers of the United Nations to take effective measures directly punishing this Russian murderer, who places himself above international laws and agreements. Brave and courageous Ukrainian people, God help all you against the tyranny of this mad dictation. It's my deepest wish these days. Dear Shaline?
Yes, Jelda ma'am.
Can I continue?
Yes.
Okay. The second one is a smooth poem. It is springing again. It is springing again. Mornings came with smiling ships, more fragrant. The smell of peace and serenity floats in the air. It is spring, and everything is revealed of color in vibrant hues. We too, let the heart blossom again. We are carried by an absolutely beautiful wave, multicolored, colorful, and aromas that exude gardens. It is spring. In us, the lady inspiration asks permission to enter and installs itself as an illustrious guest that we admire so much we don't want to go. It is spring. We'll sit in the solar more often to stop there flirting with the magnolias, chrysanthemums, daisies. But surely we'll fall in love with the roses, especially the red ones that seduce us in a first glance, seeming to be in close harmony with the pulsing of our hearts in eternal love. Oh, sweet spring. And the last one, I describe what I feel about the writing process. Writing for writing, it's a hobby. Writing for success, it's an ambition or prize. Write with emotion is like to strip naked by the thousands of readers who together you will immerse themselves in your most secret, most intense, most true emotions. It's to unveil the veil of feelings and share them beyond its borders. It's getting out of your comfort zone of the usual and perfect for exposing your imperfections, dramas, sufferings, without care about grammatical academic content. It's just letting yourself fecundate by the pull of the emotion, live it, and experience it in the entrails of the clear emotion of the creation of your senses. Your emotion is sight of the life of your writing. It's who leads the reader in their magnificent journey. Your writing is your indelible mark with the power of persuasion that makes you different from others. Writing can be many simultaneous translations of the fertilization process, not in physical, but in the soul, to generate and give life to your own writing process creation. Thank you all.
Thank you, Jalda ma'am, for reading such powerful, expressive poems. What you have not included, I am thinking about that safeguarding humanity and nature. Then you have covered suffering, suppression to environmental imbalance, to war effects, everything, imperfection to perfection, and how to write good poetry, how to go for good writing. Everything you have covered in 3 poems. So, and we
Thank you
feel
so
that
for your
as global
generous
citizen,
words.
we need to take care of all issues which are going on currently in many countries like Ukraine and Russia. So we all have to take care of these all things. And this poetry meet is kind of you can say a symbol of universal brotherhood that we are carrying forward, and we are giving a kind of message here to people that we are still united, even though many things are going on in the world. Thank you once again. And I would like to tell that Jala ma'am's mother is not well, but still ma'am took out some time for us to be here with us today. So thanks a lot, ma'am, to be here with us.
I thank you very much. And thank you all for your patience to read me. Okay?
Now I would like to introduce our next guest poetess, Gloria Sofia. Gloria Sofia, ma'am.
I'm very happy to see so many beautiful faces there. Oh.
Yes, even I'm feeling so good to meet you all today virtually.
And thank you all for your generous words. Thank you. It's a great privilege to be here.
This is mutual, ma'am. This is mutual from both sides.
Hi, I'm Gloria Sofia. I'm very Glad to be here. Thank you very much to invite
Yeah,
me.
Gloria. Let me introduce you first. Gloria Sophia ma'am has done her studies at the University of Azores. She has been invited as Harvard University, Tufts University, and BU for reading and conversations, and she has been nominated for Rolex MPAI. Also, she participated in many festivals related to poetry, and she also represented her country, Cape Verde, in 8th Conference Literature, UMass Boston, and her poems are translated in more than 15 languages. That is a kind of big achievement, what I would say, at such a young age, which every poet dreams for. I welcome our such talented guest to recite her poems. Over to you, Gloria ma'am.
Thank you very much. I'm so glad to be here. So happy to listen to you. And this is a big family here. Thank you, and hello to everybody. You organize very much. I think it's very organized. And I will read in Portuguese because my English is not good yet. I try to learn it, but it's still not good. And I
Gloria
will read.
ma'am, actually, poetry.
And I will send it to you translations in another language.
Kind of
Dr. Shalini, kindly check your internet connection.
I have attended such poetry events also where people have spoken and it out, and they could see joy. Whose internet? My internet.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes,
sorry.
Gloria ma'am, please carry on.
Okay. I didn't listen very good because I don't know you have a problem with internet, but I hope that you listen to me. I will read. And I'm so sorry, but I cannot read English. Amor em tempos de coronas. Falsos toques furaram o céu. Uma gota de sangue cai nos meus ombros. Alice olha a imensidão e não vê nem sequer uma estrela. Gabriel sopra dos meus olhos o lume da lua, para que as minhas palavras se reduzam a cinzas. Quando isso tudo passar, vou tomar banho, ponho um perfume e olho para o chão. E sonho como uma criança, sonho que toco nas tuas mãos lentamente, sem pressa. Depois misturo no teu cheiro o cheiro da morte e da poesia. Abraços não, porque abraços vão manchar o mel. Flores bebem o sol e os poemas bebem os vírus. Danças de respiração num feixe de luz. Beijos de aperto nas mãos numa gaveta trancada. Os meus soluços, apenas os meus, numa triste cidade, uma cidade inventada pelo coronavírus. Thank you very much to giving me this opportunity to read it. I will send it to you all the translation in the group app of in here. Thank you to listen to me, and I'm so happy to be here. Thank you, Shireen. It's good project, it's good organized, and beautiful people, beautiful poets.
Thank you, Gloria. It's really delightful to listen to you. You are such a rock star with such a great flavor of writing. Now, I would like to introduce our next poet, my from Pakistan, Shahid Abbas. I would read a few lines from before I introduce Shahid here. Quote, remember, no men are strange, no countries foreign. Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes. Light covers the land our brothers walk upon. Is earth like this in which we all shall lie? Unquote. Now I would like to talk about Shahid a bit. Shahid Abbas is a writer and poet from Pakistan. He lives in Faisalabad, Pakistan. He is a co-author of 5 books. His poetry and short stories have been published in many international newspapers as well as magazines. He has received many international awards by online platforms. Now he is going to publish a haiku book named Words from Nature also. He's also a host of Haiku TV. Shahid also writes in Urdu language, and he is a very sensible poet with a sensible art of writing. So here is our next poet, Shahid. Please continue. The space is all yours now. Are you listening me, Shahid?
Shahid, you're muted. Shahid, you're muted.
Unmute yourself, please.
Hello.
Yes.
It's truly honored to be here. Thank you so much to provide me chance to convey my message to entire universe. Thank you so much, honorable sister. Now I am going to read my poem, Love Purity. Love Purity. When every word is love, how it is possible the tongue speak deceit? When the chest heaves from a heavy heart, can you speak of love purity? Redeem me in my suffering, vindicate me in unspoken covenant. Forgive my iniquity, aspiring to fly the angels. I ferment in faithful to earth, with the mighty heft of stone. Point to no reality, turn to me gratitude. I am only affected, rumors imprison, release me from anguish. Looking kindly upon my distress, set my heart on rest. Let me not drop the pit, where lips deep shame, and you is my refuge. You protect me in your promise and my hope. Redeem me, I lost my smatting, mumbling word of despair. I surrender my anguish to you. I stay and enjoy my soul rewards. My troubles sacrificed at your fact.
Hello.
Hello, Shahid, are you there? We are not able to hear.
His internet connection is very low.
Yes,
Yeah, poor.
Yes.
Shalini, we can move on to the next, and when he comes back, we will have him once again.
Okay, sir. So now our next poetess is Maria do Rosario Loris, ma'am. I would like to introduce her. Maria do Rosario Loris, ma'am, is from Portugal, who no more needs an introduction in poetic world, as her pen is her identity. Maria ma'am is a trilingual writer, writing in Portuguese, German, and English. She lives in Germany. She was the delegate of the party Die Grünen at the International Women's Congress in Nuremberg in 1991. She was president of Nuremberg's Portuguese Association also. Her first appearance in the world of poetry was in 1996 at the poetry anthology Wortlaut, Nuremberg. Since then, she has published an enormous number of anthologies in Germany and Portugal. Ma'am has published various books and coordinated various anthologies and various events. She has published her poems in many years in many anthologies, which it is difficult for me to name here all. She wrote to the Portuguese newspaper in Germany, Portugal Post, which opened the doors for her to chronicles and articles also. In 2020, 4 of her poems were translated into Romanian and were published in Romania. She has been the ambassador of peace and human rights by the World Literary Forum for Peace and Human Rights, WLPH also, the association Hera, the Light of Women. There also, ma'am has been, and she invited poets from all over the world, well-known poets like George Wallace and many others. Ma'am has become the ambassador of the Ashi Sashami Indonesia Global Writer Foundation. Congratulations, ma'am, for that, for being the ambassador there. Over to you, ma'am. Please continue with your poems.
First, good evening, and thank you very much for inviting
a
me.
little bit of your bio note part.
Can you listen to me?
Yes, we are listening to you.
I'm very embarrassed because I didn't have to write so many things in my curriculum, but things are just like that. So I'm going to do the horrible situation at the moment in the world, the war. And, you know, I all my life I wrote poems against war because when I was a child, I have to listen to people in Portugal do the colonial war. My uncle were in the war in Africa, and war is for me, and for all of us, something terrible without adjective. So war, wherever in the world, no war in the name of Solomon. Wherever in the world, no war in the name of Jesus Christ. Wherever in the world, no war in the name of Muhammad. Transform your weapons in food for humanity. Transform your hate to other cultures in clean water to the world. Transform your hunger of power in love to your planet. Transform your fanatism in love to humanity. Wherever in the world, no war in the name of a religion. Wherever in the world, no war in the name of anything else. Please, no war. And I'm a dreamer, and like a dreamer, I hope things will change in the world. And I'm very proud of a big friend of mine, Mrs. Marinella Mirpuri. She founded the Women Worldwide Organization, Added Light of Women, and invited me to write the autumn and also to make the anthology, poetry anthology. Here, I'm going to read the poem I wrote also to the anthology and even for the anthology. Era, the light of women. You are the light of women shining over our significant lives. You look into the ocean, you look into the heart, you look into my life. You feel within women's souls. You spread your love, your reason into the ocean blue eyes, onto the coffee brown air. You feel within women's souls. You spread your love, your reason into the meadow green eyes, onto the existent black skin. You feel within women's souls. You spread your love, your reason into the meadow green eyes, onto the existence black skin. Repeat. You feel within women's souls. You repeat solutions to all women in the world. You give the keys to open your house's doors. You last forever hanging gardens of Babylon. I must tell you, Mother Hera, you are one of my important dreams. A house colored with women of all religions, all genders, of women spread all over the world. According with Pessoa, you are great, you are entire, you are a whole in each thing. You put all that you are into the list you do. But your help, with your help, we are going to raise the roof. We are going to touch the sky to make a better world, to the future of humanity. Thank you. Yeah. That's
Thank
all.
you, Maria.
I'm very disturbed due to the war in Ukraine, and I don't have more words. Sorry. All the best things for you, for a better world.
Yes, I understand, ma'am. Actually, Gulseli ma'am also couldn't join today because she's very much moved by whatever is happening over there in the nearby country, neighboring country. So, and the poem Hera's anthem, which you read with an element of feminism in that poem, that reminded me the goddess Durga, which we have in our country, India, who gives strength to all Indian women. So, that poem I really liked a lot, which you have read here. And it is really well written masterpiece, Maria ma'am. I just loved it, and I hope that all would have relished it similarly. Now I invite our next poet, Ruben Christian ma'am from South Africa. Ruben ma'am, are you there?
Hi, Shalini. Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, okay. So, Ruben Christian is an educator and nature lover. As a South African, she started to fight in her teenage years for human rights. Ruben started to write in June 2020. Since then, she kept on writing poetry and never looked back. She received many awards in 2020 for her poems. She also became the South African ambassador for Oxygen Pen Society and host on OPT Literature Forum. As a humanitarian and empath, one of her dreams is to be a motivational speaker against whatever women and child abuse is happening in the societies. Her first book, Me Ruben, will be published this year with the help of a friend of her. She has received many awards for poetry awards. I wish her to write and publish more and more books, Ruben ma'am. And I wish that you receive more awards in future. The stage is all yours. Please read your poems.
Thank you, Shalini, and good afternoon, everybody. Like Shalini said, yes, my first book was published in Algeria. My next book will be published here in South Africa. Let Your Voice Speak. It's about my life as a victim of abuse and now a survivor. So the two poems I'm going to write to you, it comes out of my book. It's two poems in the page, index number 99 and 100. The first poem is She Is Ready. And this poem I wrote because a friend sent me a picture about a young woman standing next to a lion on the mountaintop. So I used the picture as a prompt and I wrote this poem, She Is Ready. Majestic and powerful she feels, standing next to a king. Both are ready for whatever the enemy is planning. Today is her day for showing them who a lion is. Greater is he who always was and will be than those who alliance is with the beast. Her mood is calm and her mind sharp. Patience is her virtue. Today her arrows will speak the truth. She is in no need of an army to win the war. All she needs is her God. He is the king of all kings. Many battles he wins. On top of the mountain, he will show them. His roar is louder than thunder, and his eyes brighter than the sun. With speed faster than lightning and claws sharper than blades, in him, she puts all her faith. The biggest mistake they make is to underestimate the power of her king. The day had arrived to face her enemy, to fight with her king. Is her destiny. She is ready. Thank you. My second poem I wrote is a poem about humanity. Be kind and compassionate. Be careful how you choose your words and tone of voice. Encouraging someone is far better than putting them down. Keep track of those who you know need a ear of maybe a prayer to hear. Inspire them always with inspirational quotes or wise words. Never surrender to giving up on someone who goes astray. Just keep praying. Dark days can happen to anyone, so if you can, be there for someone. Always keep an open hand for giving and not just for receiving. Never judge a book by its cover. We all need each other. Do what you can for a friend who is in need. If it's your help they seek, check in on those you did not hear from to find how they do. Often people don't want to burden you. Make an effort to go visit someone who is sick or bereaved. Perhaps your company and conversation are all they need. Address everyone with respect and dignity. Show them we all deserve equality. Smile when you greet a stranger who knows in the future they might return the favor. Invite a friend for a cup of tea or a walk at the beach. Often it's all they need to break free from their normality, routine of misery and pain. Affection and compassion are good for the heart and brain. Take some time also to spoil you. Every one of us deserves a day to feel blue. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruben. Your voice is extremely influential and inspirational for all women. I'm reminded of Maya Angelou, the poetess, which is, you can say, symbolic for one and all, to live with self-esteem and keeping the head high, to rise above all the difficulties in life. Moreover, your poem has reminded me John Donne's poem, The Sun Rising, and the lines from his poem, she's all states and all princes I, nothing else is. Princes do but play us compared to this, all honors mimic, all wealth's alchemy. Thou, sun, art, half as happy as we, in that the world's contracted thus. Thine age asks ease, and since thy duties be to warm the world that is done in warming us, shine here to us, and thou art everywhere. This bed thy center is, these walls thy sphere. So I really enjoyed, and I hope the audience has also enjoyed equally. Now I would like to invite our next poet. Thank you, Gloria ma'am. No, sorry. Thank you, Ruben ma'am. Now I would like to invite our next poetess, Rebecca ma'am. Rebecca ma'am from UK. Are you there, ma'am?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, hi.
Hi. Hi,
Rebecca,
thank you very much.
Yes, welcome, ma'am. Rebecca, ma'am, is an internationally recognized poet and editor based in Wales, UK, a freelance journalist by trade. She runs Talisman Spoken Word Poetry Group and edits a poetry magazine, Talisman Zine also. In 2020, her environmental poem, TikTok, won the prestigious Bread and Roses UK Spoken Word Performance Award. She has been widely published both nationally and internationally, and her poems have been translated into Hindi and Chinese, both languages. Her debut poetry collection, Blood and Water, was published in 2020 by the Seventh Query. Culture Matters published a further collection, Our Father's Eclipse, in 2021. We are fortunate to have you here, ma'am, on the platform of iSPELL India. Please do read your prized poetic pieces for the audience.
Thank you very much. It's a big privilege to be invited to read here. Thank you so much.
Even we are humbled to have you here, ma'am.
Wonderful, and I've loved everybody's poems. It's incredible. So I'm going to read my first poem, which was written for a festival locally about birds, and it's called As the Crow Flies. The air up there is different, thinner, the starting point of any endeavor. When you leave the serenity of land, you have to trust the wind will catch, raise you to a higher plane. This is no place for amateurs. Rain batters. The wind will shred your feathers if you stop moving. You have to push on. Those snow snaps at your tendons. Close your eyes against the frost and keep believing. Up there, there's a place where clouds meet, a thunderous tension that could snap you in two if you let it. Only the strongest survive. This is what you've been waiting for all your life. Push through. And there, beneath the storm clouds, beyond the grey, the whole of creation is yours. Hold this moment. Remember it in your dreams. It will not come again. For you are eternity looking down upon yourself, and the heavens gaze back, nodding approval. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for such soulful poem. This is really a treat for all the poetic souls. and it really inspires to create many people here to create their own poems. Thanks a lot again. Now I would like to invite our next guest poet, Thomas Sir. Thomas Sir is an esteemed poet and a skilled photographer. Sir at the University of Michigan, he studied there with Donald Hall, Gregory Orr, and a little with Robert Bly. He won minor and major Hopwood Awards, and his poem Approaching Here was choreographed and performed at UM. His works appeared in print and online journals. Most recently, his work has been published in the Banyan Review and Femme Asia magazine also, and his work have been translated into Spanish, Serbian, and Bengali languages. He has been nominated for the Best of the Net and Pushcart Prize also. Welcome, sir, on iSPELL platform. We are eagerly waiting to listen and enjoy all your poetic words.
Thank you so much. I'm honored to be among this family of poets. And I say hello from Olympia, Washington, where I am blessed to live on unceded land taken from the Squaxin Island and Salish Coast peoples, near the bottom of what is now called the Puget Sound. My deepest thanks to the organizers of this event. It is early Sunday morning here, still before daylight. The two poems I'm going to read were both written in the last 2 years, so they are of the COVID era. Some would say they are about taking solace from nature, but I agree with indigenous peoples around the world and with Teilhard de Chardin when he says, "By means of all created things, without exception, the divine assails us, penetrates us, and molds us. We imagined it as distant and inaccessible, whereas in fact we live steeped in its burning layers." So I'll start with In a Time. In a time, there are times when I feel trapped in time, and this is one of those times, the year 2020, a time in the impossible future I expected not to be alive to see, and the month is August, and August is the month and time of litany. It is the month of my one wedding, the month of gaining a son who could have been 31. It is the month of our first walk along the salt shore together, and of my beloved's first illness, harbinger of worse to come. Month of our lost mortgage, of bankruptcy, August of learning my only brother had renal cell carcinoma, would follow my father to that hard darkness so soon. The month of disability determination, August of a diagnosis at last, terribly final as it is. And it is still the month berries ripen along humid vines, corn ears swell in steamy fields, as fawns fatten out of their spots, gorging on clover blossoms and dandelion blooms, as seal pups bask between fishing lessons, as fingerlings flash to avoid shadows, as kingfisher young learn not to make shadows as they dive. It is the month apples begin to blush at the thought of falling. Time of joy upon joy, joy upon sorrow, time of sorrow, time of love upon love upon love.
Mm.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. This is really very soulful expression and harsh reality of what we had gone through. And I don't have much words to say here. I'm really, you can say, touched by the words of yours, and even Devika ma'am, how she expressed. This is really, in the period we have all gone through a lot, but still, I would say that expressing via poetry will give us, you can say, more power to face these all hurdles in life and to continue with this poetic event. I would like now to invite our next poetess, Janetta Varnado Jones ma'am from USA. Janetta Varnado Jones ma'am is the best-selling author of Poetic Forecast, Reflection on Life's Promises, Storms and Trumps, and After the Rainbow, The Golden Poems. Jones ma'am is a co-author in the Voices of 21st Century 2021 and 2022. Her creative expressions appear in numerous anthologies and international literary publications. Jones ma'am has served as a moderator on the Passion of Poetry, also an online platform, a very you can say established platform for emerging and esteemed both kind of poets. She is recognized by the University of Colorado as one of its 2007 women who make a difference. This is really a big achievement, ma'am. Jones ma'am is a retired human resource leader. She resides in Westminster, Colorado, USA. I take an honor to hand over the platform to you, ma'am. Please do read your poems for us.
Greetings, everyone, from Boulder, Colorado, USA.
Welcome, ma'am. Welcome.
I'm honored to be here. I've enjoyed every expression. We are shining light on this dark world at a critical time. My first poem is entitled, Let's Sing for the Unsung. Who sings for the unsung? The quiet heroes among us, silent, not because they have no lyrics or cannot speak, rather, because they are ignored repeatedly, their voices dismissed. They have plenty to say, amazing stories to tell. It's time we listen to their cries, their soprano shrills, their alto moans, their protests of tenor, their baritone notes of despair. Listen to their hopeful songs of hopelessness, hummed because the world does not hear, hummed because no one seems to care. We must all sing for the unsung. Silence is not an option. I can't retreat until we share their truth, our truth. Let's sing for the hungry child, for the frightened teen, the struggling parents, the silenced victim, the ruthless man, woman, child, the closeted gay, the undocumented worker, the trafficked nanny, the depressed, the sick and shut in, the powerless people throughout the world. Let's tell their stories and lift them up. Together, we can change their songs. Together, we can improve their outlook. Together, let's sing a song of boundless hope. That is my first poem. Thank you. My second poem is entitled, What Matters? If your eyes met my eyes in the midst of a crisis, would their shape and color concern you? If you felt my hands as they massaged your aching body, would you care about the pigmentation of my skin? If I gave blood to replenish your low supply, would you need to know that I looked like you? If you were drowning and I dove in to assist you, would you reach toward me if you knew I was gay? If you were hearing for the first time in your life, would you need for my voice to speak English only? If your loved one lay sick and dying, would it matter to which God I prayed? If I donated money to support your favorite cause, would you refuse it if you knew how I voted? If the size of my heart increased each time I helped somebody, would you be more interested in the size of my body? If you asked me to walk a mile in support of humanity, would you get impatient if I used my wheelchair? If I said no and you assaulted me anyway, are you less guilty because I waited to report? If my family seeks asylum in the USA, are we not welcome because our border is to your south? If the police force keeps killing unarmed citizens, would you demand justice if they are African American? With civil unrest during this global pandemic, trust me, we will soon realize what matters. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Jan ma'am. These are really, you can say, heart-touching poems, and you can say thought-provoking also. And I really feel that what to say, that these are really things that unheard voices need to be heard, and somebody has to take a step ahead to make these voices heard to the whole world. And you are doing a great job telling about their voices who are still not expressed well. Kind of a social service which you are doing, that is great, and keep doing this for the humanity, for the women of the society, for Africans, African Americans, beyond caste, gender, religion, nationality, ethnicity, everything. We all are human beings. That's why we all are here together on one platform. And this is, you can say, one kind of illustration that apart these all borders, we all are human beings. We all have a heart, and we all breathe. So that's why I had quoted the poem of James Kirkip also, that beneath the single body, there is a heart which breathes. So it is a matter of honor and immense pleasure for me to listen all well-read poets here. And these all poets, you all poets have been very modest to accept the invitation to be here with us. And you are really rock stars and very modest personalities. And what to say, what not to say, that I'm really touched. And it is really encouraging for all of us to do more in life, the way you all have achieved success in your life. Thanks to you all revered poets to be here with us. I just loved all the aesthetic poetic pieces recited by you all, our esteemed guests. I proudly believe that you have served the literary fraternity and humanity both, being human, compassionate, and sensitive enough, spreading the message related to peace and harmony at global level with your melodious, sensible, heart-touching, and thought-provoking expressions. Keep doing this all great work, and we look forward to more future collaborative activities with you all. And after that, without prostrating and paying my reverence and gratitude to Lord Krishna and Radha, the inseparable, you can say, embodiment of Mahabhava, or the supreme emotion of love, which is very much needed to be expressed here, for giving me strength and instilling nerve to moderate this exclusive session, won't be justifiable from within if I don't show gratitude towards Lord Krishna and Radha. Further, I express my heartfelt gratitude towards the dignified gathering of literarians, including esteemed poets and foreign delegates and all iSPELlians, for your patient listening and gracing the occasion with your presence. Thank you all. I would like to express my thanks towards Ghanshyam sir, the founder and general secretary iSPELL India, for his virtuous
Shalini,
generosity. Yes, sir.
Shalini, Dr. Shalini, are we done with the poets?
Yes, sir. We are done with poets.
No, I think my friend from Pakistan, Shahid Abbas, is there.
Okay, Shahid still, Shahid was disconnected that time. Okay, Shahid,
Yes.
can we continue with your poems? Are you there?
Shahid, you're muted.
Yes,
Please
thank
unmute.
you
Yes.
so much, sir,
Yes,
to providing me.
Shahid, please. Sorry, sorry, Shahid. I just forgot. Continue, please.
It's okay. So I am to read my poem about nature, the bewitching hours. Deep in the dark night, lying awake, your image burned into my imagination. Eyes closed as dream of you descend like warmth deep in the cold of winter. As the bewitching hours approaches, thoughts flash back to our first meeting, when universe called that faithful day. Recalling the mysteriousness of it all, I smile, then hearing a whisper, urging me to write a poem, honoring the great gift of generosity given to me, a courteous offering made by the heavens. Let a million twinkling stars bear witness to our joy. A sunlight rises over horizon, thoughts learn to once a nature, a suddenly experience compelling urge to dance. With my back to wind, surrounding clouds, hiding smiling angels, a listening closing, hearing their joyful, harming the best note to name, sorry. Then I pray my urgent prayer, then angels sing my names to you, a sound music lifting to you the mountain top, where I impatiently wait for your coming. My beating heart speak only to your eyes. Your love is my bow. Let me name your. I am the poet who live in you, and you are my love. The content inspiration in me. Thank you so much to giving me chance to reread my poem.
Thanks, Shahid. You have done a great job. Now, I would like to invite Lenton Carrier. Are you there, sir?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. Can you read some of your poems for us?
Thank you. Thank you. I'll begin. We entwine together in an affectionate embrace, drifting along the Milky Way, laughing with the luminance of moons, dancing with the shooting stars of heaven. Ours is a love made only in paradise, a mystery no one can comprehend. Only in your presence can my heart swoon, like a drunken mystic, my soul spinning around the crimson rings of Saturn. With you, the ultimate is my haven, and all I have becomes yours. I'm surrendered like a child on its mother's lap, safe in your embrace. My dreams multiply like an audition in progress, becoming even more beautiful and incomparable. Beloved, I was in direct need for an answer to my numerous questions, yet knew not where to seek solutions. Now the end of the road brings nectar, in this vast emptiness of sweet solitude delight. No more waiting in the cold fog of winter with the wind and dew as my companions. I would step into quicksand, joyfully sinking without regret, knowing that your loving gaze pervades all I see and all I am. Yet it took me a while to see beyond the facade of mundane happiness. Now, after meeting you, I am unable to let go of the magnificence of your golden sunrise. I have learned from lovers of your unseen tenderness and bewilderment. Now I know that such peerless love is not only enduring like a mother's concern, but reachable indeed. On and on we soar like a fiery phoenix, dousing the flames of darkness and desire, replacing them with the glint of thine eyes and the effulgent beauty of your cheeks. Lantern says, I was veiled in chains in a tunnel of attachments till you came, carrying the light of sweetness, filling me up with endless bliss. I have one more. Do not weep, O soul divine. The depth of your beauty is like an ocean vast compared to your river of copious tears. Many fears are born out of desire and expectations, playing themselves out like a Shakespearean tragedy. Yet you are an immortal light, far greater than the radiance of the sun. Whatever is happening happens for a reason, and while this may not be consciously obvious, experiences are for the ascension of the soul. Gray clouds sometimes blanket the heavens, yet when they evaporate, the indigo sky peeps through. Sunset follows the sunrise, heralding darkness. Yet even as the gray shroud covers the night, the shooting stars blanket the blackness with an illumining light. Dawn stirs in the light of love, preparing like sleep to revitalize its soul so they can blossom anew, to go forth into life with new challenges. I am a vibrant firefly, moving forward to ascend to a greater light. I have left behind me the red threads of remorse. Now my path is paved with the light of tomorrows, glowing in the sacrament of the here and now. I am enamored of love's crystal clear gaze and enduring beauty, a redeeming flame in my mesh of cobwebs. It allows me to see the beauty of the horizon, to watch sunset glows again. Life's vicissitudes are rather like pendulums, swinging up with mundane happiness, down with ephemeral shadows. Yet there is no good or evil, just experiences. Love's in the dark as well as in the light, hides in thorns just as it smiles in roses. When the illumined mind severs the chains of separation, we see only one essence, projecting from the sweet void of emptiness into a cosmic creation of sacred fullness. In spite of all its seeming strife, its insurmountable struggles, it is still a beautiful dream of love. We are all sparks of the eternal, dreaming our own songs. We offer in our own unique ways, have a right to be here. Yet we cannot move faster than grace. Silence is a supernal birthright, and as such, will manifest itself at the appointed hour. Godspeed, Lantern Carrier. Thank you.
Yes, Dr. Shalini. Dr. Shalini?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Yeah.
Anyone else who wishes to read?
Yeah, Dr. Shalini, ma'am, can I, a few lines, that's all. I'm Dr. A.S. Puama. No introduction is needed. It's on nature. Shall I read a few lines, if you don't mind? Thank you. The poem's titled Nature, the Soul Teacher. Man, do not think you know everything. In fact, you know nothing. In nature are hidden mysteries of yore. You may weave hundreds of folklore, but in its womb tucked in stories galore, Poets for centuries have sung its glory and were stunned by its treasures so rare in store. If you are in tune with nature, you create a fine culture for future. Man and nature should build a world of stature. The air we breathe within, the light we see without, are the gifts of nature man should always treasure. The bright sun, the blue sky, the green tree, and the azure water, so serene and placid, will form a rhapsody of a rainbow. For I can see the life around, so loving and giving, caring and sharing. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Carrier sir. Thank you, Poema ma'am. Pramod sir, can we have a group photo now?
Yes, ma'am.
May I request all the poets and all the participants on this platform to switch on their video so that we can have a wonderful photograph of all of you together.
Devika ma'am, are you there? Gloria?
Pramod,
Yes, sir.
can we have a photograph?
Yes.
Let all of us may come in one screen
We're doing
without
a big
screaming.
photo.
Yeah, may I request all of you to switch on your
Jelda
videos,
ma'am?
please?
Gloria ma'am, please be there if you're there.
And after so many Sunday Sahityik satsangs, we could see the man behind the screen, Pramod Dhengle, who brings everything on the platform, and he is always behind the screen. So welcome, Pramod, so
Yes,
that
thank
people
you, sir.
after so many days, so many Sundays can see you, right? So you are doing a wonderful
all
job.
namaste.
Yeah, and basically, I would like to tell all the people, as Pramod is visible now, Pramod is the person who is behind our Sunday Sahityik Satsang. He is the technical head of our all the deliberations, and we all appear on the screen, and the music with the help of which we lure people. Basically, the music is being sung by Mr. Pramod. So Pramod is the person who brings happiness on the platform of iSPELL. So all the greetings from all of you to Mr. Pramod. A big hand.
Thank you, sir, for this great appreciation.
Mr. Pramod, shukriya, shukriya.
Thank you. Namaste.
Are we done, Pramod?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah. Gloria, ma'am, can you switch on your video, please? All the participants.
Hello. Hello.
Yes. Yes.
I cannot listen.
We can listen to you.
Okay. I didn't listen. What I have to do?
Please switch on
No,
your
just
camera.
switch on your video.
Oh, my internet is not good.
But you are
I
absolutely
will try to do, but my internet is not good.
But you can switch off the audio.
wonderful. Okay.
Okay. I have to read?
Okay, good. If Pramod, we are done, then we'll move on.
We just want a picture.
Oh, okay. 1 minute, please. I will try to.
You look great.
Okay.
Mr. David?
Mr. David.
Mr. David Leo?
Yes.
Thank you very much. My
Pramod,
internet
give a
is not
signal
good.
the moment you are done.
My internet was not good, and I was.
Taken, sir. Photographs.
Okay.
I
Dr.
think it's
Shalini?
very organized. Did you do good your best? Because I
Dr.
think
Shalini,
this very
continue.
good. I think this.
Shall we move ahead with certificates?
Yes, yes, yes.
Please do honor the participants with certificates. I would like to invite Ghanshyam sir
Yes.
to honor the participant, the poets with certificates.
Thank you.
So on behalf of iSPELL, Indian Society for the Promotion of English Language and Literature, I really thank each one of you for coming on the platform of iSPELL. Friends, it's a great saying which goes like this: come together is success. And the success has come to the culmination today. Honors, she's the one who has brought sentiments into the poetry today. She has brought the entire heart today to all of us. And the beginning was so wonderful, so sensuous, so sentimental, so gorgeous that our Sunday has become a wonderful Sunday today. So this certificate on behalf of iSPELL is being given to Dr. Devika. Ma'am, please accept it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
The next certificate goes to my friend from Bangladesh, Tawfiq. The person is very busy today as we organize the flagship program of iSPELL Sunday Sahityak Satsang. In the same way, on the other part of the globe, another person is there who is always busy on all the Sundays. So Mr. Tawfiq, even being busy on Sundays, you have done wonderful job by being there on the platform of iSPELL. So this certificate goes to Tawfiq Zohar for doing the honors and reciting wonderful poems. Definitely we will be in touch. Please accept it. Next. Right. This certificate goes to Gelda Castro from Brazil. And we all are fascinated with the Brazilian football team. And today we have seen how this football is moving ahead with the help of music, and that too in the form of poetry. You have really done a wonderful job of presenting Brazil and your emotions with the help of the words of wisdom. So thank you very much for being there on the platform of
Thank you. Immensely grateful for your generous
This
words.
certificate we proudly present
I
to
would
you.
like to congratulate all you for
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
best organization, this great event. Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you. This certificate goes to Mahadeva, the David Leo. Your poems were really touching, and the person who is staying in Canada, reciting all these, having a nickname like Mahadeva, has done wonders on the platform of iSPELL today on this particular Sunday. So this certificate is proudly being given towards on the appreciation of your poetry. So, Mr. David, this certificate goes to you from iSPELL, from India to Canada.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
This certificate is another certificate to Gloria Sofia from Cape Verde for doing the honors on the platform of iSPELL. You have not only crossed the borders and boundaries, but you have crossed the time and space also. So this certificate goes to you, Gloria, for doing wonders on the platform in a glorious way.
In name for Cape Verde, I'm so happy to be here, and thank you to give me the certification and to invite me. Hello, everybody. I'm so happy. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Shahid, this certificate goes to you for doing the honors, though the internet connection was not good from your end, but at last you joined it and you have done a wonderful job of presenting your thoughts and emotions through your words, and definitely Mubarakbad, Badhaiyan, Shubkamnaएं, Khushamdeed, Adab to Shahid Abbas from India. Shahid, please accept it. This certificate goes to Portugal, Maria, for doing the honors on the platform of iSPELL and making this evening of ours a wonderful evening. So thank you very much for being there.
Thank you very much. I'm
and
honored.
reciting your poems, and very much.
Thank you very much. I'm honored. Very much.
Thank you. Urban Christian from South Africa, and we are very fascinated with the game cricket. South Africans, they do play very well. At the same time, the words that flow from South Africa to the entire globe in the form of your poems, you have really done a wonderful job of bringing the sentiments, the sincerity of your words, and also the faithfulness that you have created out of it. So this certificate goes to you for doing the honors on this platform. Please accept it.
Thank you very much.
Gulseli Inal from Turkey. This certificate is again presented to another poet on the platform of iSPELL on this Sunday. Is meeting the West, and West is meeting the East, and the twines are connected. For doing the honors of connecting the twines, this certificate goes to you, ma'am. Rebecca, this certificate goes to them for really interesting, really fascinating. And we do hope that all these people, those who are there on this platform of iSPELL today, will come once again on the platform of iSPELL so that we can listen to all of you in a much brighter, greater, and wider way. Thank you very much for doing the honors.
Thank
Ms.
you very
Rebecca?
much. It's been an honor to be here. Thank you.
Yeah. Thomas A. Thomas from USA. This certificate goes to you for the sensibility that you have brought out in the form of flowing energy in your poetry. So this certificate goes to you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Zeneta from USA. Absolutely, you are the icon for all the women. You are the icon as far as the work is concerned. You are the person who has done a wonderful job in a glorious way. And you are the real leader. This
My heart is full. Thank you so much. I'm honored, and I will treasure
goes
this.
to you for all the sentiments and the way you have represented. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Dr. Shalini Yadav, this certificate goes to you for doing the honors as being the moderator of this International Poetry Evening today. And you are not only superb in doing your work, but at the same time, you have a wonderful connection with the people. You have a wonderful
Thank you, sir.
collaboration with the people. You have was possible because of you. And this evening is the most wonderful evening on the platform of iSPELL, because we have seen the sentiments coming out of each and everyone, and not only the sentiments, but they are going deep into the heart. I always believe heart, H-E-A-R-T, is nothing but he art. It's the art of the he, and he is the one who has given the heart to us. So the heart is bubbling with energy and enthusiasm, zeal, love, compassion. Wonderful evening of iSPELL. So this certificate on behalf of iSPELL goes to Dr. Shalini Yadav.
Thanks a lot, sir.
I apologize to Lantern Carrier because we prepared these certificate on the basis of the names we have received. And definitely, sir, your certificate will be mailed to you. Kindly send your email ID to us so that we can send the certificate of today's participation to you to your email ID. Kindly,
Yeah,
we
I have,
request
sir.
you.
I have already sent just now.
Okay.
When you were honoring them with certificates, I was sending them the certificates.
Oh, wonderful. No, Lantern Carrier, have we sent the certificate to him?
No.
No,
That
that's what I'm saying.
was
That's
not
what I'm saying.
included as the
Yeah, yes,
participant.
yes.
So
That's what I'm saying. So we
yeah.
need to take his email ID and then we will send him the certificate, because he was the person who came on the platform of iSPELL and then he said, okay, I'll also recite. So we have given him chance at the end only, but we will send the certificate definitely to you, sir. Shukriya for being there on the platform of iSPELL. Friends, indeed, we have moved ahead.
Shukriya, Baiji.
Thank you.
Shukriya,
Thank you.
BNG.
We have moved ahead with the fabulous February with fantastic faculties. And in the month of March, we have to march ahead. And entire March we have kept for, Pramod, can we maximize it, please? Yeah, entire March we have kept for Dalit literature. And Dalit literature is a branch of literature. And most of our scholars, they are doing their PhDs on Dalit literature. So this particular month of March is, iSPELL is moving, marching ahead with Dalit life. So to do the honor with varied forms of Dalit literature and also Dalit autobiographies, we are going to talk about all these things. So entire March is devoted to Dalit literature. So be with us and listen to all these. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay connected, so that this humanity will become a wonderful kind of an entity. We all have born as human beings. Let all of us convert ourselves into being human. Let all be being human. That's the need of the hour. Thank you very much. On behalf of iSPELL, I greet all of you and thank all of you from the bottom of my heart that you all have consented to read your poems. And indeed, it's a pleasure to listen to all of you. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.